to hedge is a risk management tool, and protection of wealth is acceptable under Islam. You have to protect your wealth against loss. You have to mitigate risks. Mitigating risks is permissible. That is why we are asked in the Quran, when you enter into a debt transaction, put it down to writing. And when you are on a journey, you don't have someone to put it down in writing, take a collateral. That is a risk mitigating action. So to hedge is a risk mitigation. But then if you are to do any mitigation, it has to be in compliance with the principles of the law. Now, if you do the hedging the way they are doing it the conventional way, it means you are going to enter into forward trades in currency. Buy dollar now against the dollar that will be delivered to you for your July payment. There is delay in taking possession, which is haram, because it is the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ said, exchanging gold for gold, silver for silver, it has to be at par, and it has to be yadam biyad, hand by hand. Give now and take possession now. So how do Islamic banks do it to guard against this prohibition? They do it under the principle of what they call al-wa'ad. That is an undertaking, a promise. A promise is not a contract. For instance, I'm supposed to make payment of $10,000 to a house agent. Maybe I am a travel agent and I want hotels for my pilgrims in Mecca. So I want $10,000 that I will pay in Ramadan, which is going to be in May. And I am afraid that the dollar may shoot up at that time. So I enter into a contract now for taking the dollars in Ramadan. That is not permissible. So what do? I make undertaking. I will tell either the BDC or the central bank, I promise I am making an undertaking to purchase $10,000 at 355 naira in July. I'm not making the contract now. It is an undertaking. Then when July comes, I will exercise that undertaking. Normally, the central bank itself, it can say, okay, I will also undertake to sell to you in July. But because they are two separate undertakings, they are not a contract. Each one is making the undertaking unilaterally. Unilateral undertakings. So come July, I will exercise that undertaking, just like you exercise an option. I will exercise that undertaking, and there is no fee for that. I don't pay anything for making the undertaking. It's not like an option. In an option, you have to pay a fee. Even whether you exercise it or not, you have to pay a fee. But for an undertaking, you don't pay any fee. So come July, you exercise that, you give the value of 350,000, and then that is when you enter into the currency exchange. But you have hedged your position by virtue of that unilateral undertaking.